Hi everyone, my name is Salma, and in this video we are going to talk about something that sounds a little technical but is actually very interesting once you get it. The absolute construction. This topic is part of advanced structure and it's all about how English can combine ideas in flexible way. Okay, now let's start with the definition. According to Quirk and College, an absolute construction is a structure made up of a noun phrase plus a participle or some other complement. It functions like an adverbial in the sentence. It gives background or extra information, but grammatically is not connected to the main clause. In simple words, it's a phrase that stands alone grammatically but supports the main sentence in meaning. As I explained, that absolute construction are independent phrases that give information about time, reason, or condition. For example, the weather being fine, we decided to go on a picnic. Here, the weather being fine gives the reason why we went on the picnic. But notice, it's not part of the main sentence grammar. If we remove it, the sentence, we decided to go on a picnic, still makes perfect sense. So, it's absolute, meaning free from grammatical dependence on the main clause. An absolute construction usually has its own subject, which is different from the subject on the main clause. For example, in "The sun shining, the bird began to sing." The subject of the absolute phrase is the sun, while the main clause subject is the birds. They are not the same, and that's what makes the structure absolute. The verb in the phrase is non-finite, meaning it's not the main verb of the sentence. Usually, it appears in the form of a present participle or past participle. Sometimes the verb be like is, or, was, were is even omitted to make the sentence smoother and more natural. So, what's the structure? It's generally like this. Let's see some examples. The sun shining, the birds began to sing. Dinner ready, they sat down to eat. Her hands in her pockets, she waited quietly. Each of these starts with a noun phrase that has its own small scene or situation, giving background to the main action. It's kind of like painting the atmosphere before the main sentence happens. Okay, now here's the interesting part. Why does English even use absolute construction? Because English often wants to combine ideas without using too many conjunctions like because, when, or if. An absolute construction helps writer and speaker make sentences shorter, smoother, and more elegant. Compare these two sentences. Because the weather was fine, we decided to go on a picnic. The weather being fine, we decided to go on a picnic. Both mean the same thing, but the second one sounds more naturally and compact, especially in written or formal English. So, absolute construction let us connect ideas logically while keeping the sentence grammatically clean and flexible. They give background, reason, time, or condition, all without needing an extra clause. Okay, now let's summarize everything. An absolute construction is a freestanding phrase that gives extra information. It usually starts with a noun or pronoun, followed by a participle, adjective, or other complement. It has its own subject, different from the main clause. It's grammatically independent but meaningfully connected. It often replaces a longer adverbial clause like because, when, or if. Okay, that's all for today's explanation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you now understand not just what an absolute construction is, but also why English uses in the way it does.